What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So today I want to show you some gameplay of my newest Ascended champion on the free-to-play, which is Jessica Jones. Now she is actually rank 5 as well. The only thing is she's like Sig 3, but Sig doesn't really matter. It only really matters like when you use her in quest. Basically she can dossier the opponent, which is like a crossfight, and it gives us some benefits. We're gonna check that out later in the video. But man, Jessica Jones, the ultimate, defense champion. She's really annoying defense. Without a counter, you're just never gonna kill her because she's gonna go unstoppable. She is so tanky with the increased physical resistance, with the resistance ups, and just being unstoppable, you just can't hit her at all. So in this fight, actually, we're getting pretty lucky, and we're getting the kitchen sink, which the kitchen sink gives us all debuffs, which are amazing. And every time you're heavy, you just pause them. All of them for a little bit except the stuns. And as you can see, we got physical resistance, we got some furies here, we got the 3 furies. Basically you're gonna see a number on your debuffs, on your kitchen sink and all that stuff, your basically objects. And now it says 2, which means we're gonna get 1 fury from the SP2 and then +2, and that can max out to 5. So if you see 4 on your objects, you can get 1 fury and then +4, which is, the maximum cap of your furies. So if you really want to build up Jessica Jones, you gotta spam special 1s until you throw 4 different objects, and then you go for your special 2 to get those 5 passive furies, which don't last too long. But the good thing is that they pause throughout your specials and the opponent's specials. So what I like doing is basically build up to like the special close to the special 3, throw the special 2, and then I will have the kitchen sink lined up, which is gonna, apply all those, ruptures and the incinerate, which would be dealing more damage because of my increased attack at that time. You're probably gonna see that in this video. But yeah, this is the Juggernaut. I want to show you some class advantage as well. We're gonna also move to a path and potentially to a Necropolis fight as well, see how she does there. But yeah, coming up next, we get the physical vulnerability, which can still apply through block. That's a cool thing. And that's actually something dangerous on defense. Like, if you're maybe backed up against a wall and you don't really, are not feeling comfortable with dexing it, you're still gonna get the debuff through. So you might get stunned, she might get the regen, which, dude, her regeneration is actually, like, very strong. I believe, yeah, she just has a fixed, like, health pool gain. It's not like based on how much HP you've lost. It's basically like at rank 5 it's 5600 HP. So my Jessica Jones now, she has 70,000 HP. So if I were to heal like 6,000 from that, because from the Ascension it probably changes, yeah, that's quite a bit, man. And like the good thing is you can just use it to top off. You don't have to have like low HP, because most champions getting released now, the regen is based off their missing health. But no, Jessica Jones does not. So look at this, 5 furies into the kitchen sink. This guy is not surviving this one. 70k heavy attack. Yeah, when you place this physical vulnerability, it's awesome. It's like super good. So this is, let me skip this fight a little bit until we build up our our debuff. So there we go. Let's just see from there. So another cool thing with Jessica Jones, like, she has like, her damage is like fine. She doesn't really have like high crit rate or something. She only has like 14%. Not high critical damage from the stats. She does do a lot of damage though when you line up those furies and the kitchen sink. And you make sure to have that physical vulnerability. That is basically what's increasing your damage by a lot. And then also, if you throw the special 1 debuffs, which are Incinerate and Rupture, with the Furies, the debuff damage is going to get amplified. But she also has some good utility, man. Like, basically, one of the most important things in a champion, I believe, like, especially these days, is basically being able to bait specials easier. Stark Spider-Man has that one, She-Hulk has that one. You just bait specials like a lot easier. Well, actually, I don't know if Stark Spider has one. I know She-Hulk has one. But basically, each investigation, which now we basically have 10 maxed out, increases the opponent's chance to launch a special by 18%. So if you have 10, it's, yeah, I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen like every single time, but 99% of the time they're gonna throw it. Like, if you see this fight, he's always throwing it like first try when I want him to, pretty much when I want him to. And then we also reduced their ability power rate and regeneration by 7%. So now regen and ability power rate is decreased by 70%. And keep in mind, we apply a bunch of debuffs, so Despair is gonna kick in, and you only need like a couple of debuffs, like basically like just stop the opponent from healing. And the good thing with Despair and this ability, you can actually use this for heal reversal. That's the cool thing. So there we go. Look at those debuffs taking for 3,000 each. Rupture and Incinerate. Break through his block because they're crushed. And there we go, man. We got some decent damage right there. And the best thing, I think the best thing about Jessica Jones, that's why I kind of like her on offense, is she's so tanky. Like, you get hit, you're unstoppable. You get hit, like, she's got the resistance ups. Like, that's pretty crazy. And she also has the regen, so like, I'm gonna show you like a whole quest. Basically gonna finish the whole quest with 100% HP without healing anything. Like, I'm gonna skip through the fights, and you're gonna see. But let's wait one more rotation. We throw the special 2 now. Let's see how much damage we can deal. She doesn't crit often, like I said, because the only is 14% chance to throw it. But look at this, like they just throw the specials instantly pretty much. Her heavy is so fast, so your fears actually are not falling off, which is amazing. That rupture is taking for 2600 because the amplified furies. There we go. And also something I don't showcase in this video is the special 3, which basically the special 3 stuns the opponent for 5 seconds, and you're gonna get a non-stacking indestructible charge. And then when you were about to get hit, that is gonna trigger. But keep in mind that doesn't happen if you get hit by a special 3. So that's another safety net, you know, like Jessica Jones, like super tanky. And yeah, man, I like her. Like, her special 1 debuffs are actually super strong as well. Like, suppression is 40%, and you can stack it easily twice for a little bit. Crush doesn't have any potency, but it basically breaks through the opponent's block. Physical vulnerability lowers it by 3375, that's quite a bit. And then Rupture and Incinerate damage, 8300 damage over 9 seconds. And then the regen. So look at that, man. With just 1 physical vulnerability, we hit like a 52k heavy attack, 70k non-heavy attack, non-crit heavy attack. Like, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. But yeah, let's move to this quest. So this quest I actually want to showcase like how she deals with buffet, but then there's actually an extra node which actually kind of you kind of ignore buffet with science champions. You're basically like immune to dex, and then every time you trigger it, you know, or you're basically immune to nullify. So every time we dex, he would nullify, but because we're immune to it, we get an extra fury, which increases our attack by quite a bit. But yeah, you're gonna see here, we get the Incinerate back because of the clapback, but it doesn't matter too much. We're actually healing more, which is nice. But yeah, you're just gonna see this whole quest how tanky Jessica Jones is. Get a nice 30k heavy attack, and then we're gonna talk about, like, you know, the awakened ability in a second. Get a stun. We cannot pause the stun, but why not heavy attack him and pause his falter? Pop that special 2. That, yeah, like, you're gonna notice that's the best thing about Jessica Jones. The opponent throwing the specials. Like, the opponents are throwing the specials like whenever you want them to. Boom, 38,000, big crit. It's actually pretty rare for her to crit, but she does, man. You notice the difference. So there we go. Let me skip through this. Like, you're gonna see this Mr. Sinister. He's actually gonna bounce back some of our debuffs, but we're still so tanky. We're gonna heal it up in the next fight. Like, it's just amazing. So now he's gonna bounce back those ruptures and stuff like that. We are taking down, but that region is actually keeping us topped up. Gonna pop a crush debuff. He is trying to heal. Like, as you can see, he took a 23,000 hit. He only healed for 1819. And that is just how strong that healing reversal is. And we didn't even have like max investigation. Now we do. So this guy is not healing much at all. And the good thing is we don't crit too much either, because we have low crit rate. So we're unstoppable here, doesn't matter. We're gonna tank that hit. 46 on that parry, doesn't matter. She's so tanky, man. She's so tanky. I'm actually kind of sad now that oh dude, 60,000. I'm kind of sad that I didn't pick her on my main account as well. But yeah, I'm glad I have her on the free to play because she's pretty cool. So after this fight, I want to show you the after this Venom Pool. So basically, I'm not healing, but you're gonna see, like, I'm gonna throw the kitchen sink in this fight, I believe, now, and we're just gonna get some nice regen before the fight ends. And that's how basically we're just gonna keep healing and healing. Still get the incinerate back, but it doesn't matter. Like the healing is higher, stronger. Pop that special one, and boom, he's done for. So now I believe I'm gonna showcase this awakened ability. Yeah. So look at this. Cosmic Dossier. Increased combat power rate against cosmics while below a special one and gain some investigation at the start of the fight. So that's basically what you get from the awakened ability. That's one thing which you get from the awakened ability. And also at the start of each fight, if Jessica already has her opponent Dossier, she gains 1 investigation for every 56 stones. But because I don't have 56 stones, I don't start with investigation because mine is like Sig 4. But yeah, basically, like, we increase our combat power rate up to 25% if you have a Sig 200, but mine is like Sig 4. So you're not really gonna see like any combat power rate increase, even, you know, while below a special one. But a Sig 200 Jessica Jones can definitely, you know, make use of that. When you go for the, you know, the rotation with Furies, and then you try to like spam as many special ones as you can, that 25% combat power rate increase is kind of huge. But let me skip this fight, and we're gonna see the boss. So this is like such a weird fight. This is like the Spider Witch. So I didn't even know what she does. I knew she had an evade, but you're gonna see throughout this fight, it's kind of cool because we are like constantly unstoppable, and even if she evades, like, doesn't matter. Like, we're gonna get hit, we're gonna recover. And then at some point we're gonna become unblockable. Like, yeah, here we're unblockable, so if she evades, we can just break through the block again if she tries to. And here, I'm looking that I have the kitchen sink, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna build up to a special 2, and then try and throw my special 1, stun her for quite a bit, and throw those heavies into her face. And look at my health, full HP. We are taking out poison, but I guarantee you we're gonna finish with a full yellow bar in this fight. Guarantee you. So we're gonna pop the special 2 now. She blocked it, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We just don't want her to do anything with the special 1, and she blocked it. But boom, debuffs go through. We stun her, go for some nice heavies, 25k. Those debuffs are taking for quite a bit. She tried to block again, but break through the block because of the crush, and that's it. She's done. Like, she definitely reminds me of Titania, where basically you just build up to your special 3 and then you just spamming heavies in the corner. She definitely reminds me of Titania, but you know, she definitely isn't better. She isn't as good as Titania. But yeah, man, like, Jessica Jones, I think in Battlegrounds, you know, if the opponent has like a clear counter to her, like Shang-Chi or something, like, you know, destroys her with the cleanse and all that stuff, or maybe even shield, because if you get cleanse, you don't need slow. Like, you need to actually trigger cleanse to remove her investigation. But yeah, if the opponent has like a clear counter to your Jessica Jones, I'm trying to say that she could work on attack. If you get a little bit lucky as well and get the kitchen sink like early, you can definitely finish a fight in like maybe 60 seconds. Yeah, because without even throwing a special 2 probably, because you would deal most of your damage from that physical vulnerability, and then those incinerates and ruptures, you know, stacking and pausing with your heavy. But yeah, Jessica Jones is definitely a champion meant to be used in longer fights, because you want to throw your different objects. You want to have your, you know, 5 stack of Furies every time you throw a special 2. That's the good thing about her, because like when you throw your debuffs, your objects, you're always going to get the same stack of Furies from that special 2. So yeah, you just get some nice damage for the rest of that fight. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.